remember last year in April, I was presenting in front of our F3X organization, and I played that video, and then I turned to the crowd and I said, I believe that this is going to be my last year teaching. Let me tell you, I don't know, well I do now, but at the time, I didn't know where that came from. But I know that it was God speaking to me through me. Because that video, to me, said, you know, if I'm going to speak to a whole room of people about removing the limitations from your life, I need to then do the same thing. And so that was the wonderful Les Brown. He is an amazing motivational speaker. And one of the things that I love that Les Brown says, he talks about mind sight versus eyesight. And he says, you must learn to live for what you can imagine rather than being held back by what you see and know right now. And that is so very true. Before I go any further, I just want to thank God for allowing me and for all of you to be vessels of just paying forward an amazing blessing to the world. So give yourselves a round of applause. I also want to take just a moment to have my angel, Miss Sandra Watkins, stand up. You know, God is the angel that, Sandra is the angel that God sent to me because it was a very dark period in my life where I needed a change. And so I thank you, Sandra. I'm forever grateful to you. I also want to thank my mentor, Mr. Tyrone Parker, who I appreciate your mentorship and leadership. You are so much to so many of us, and I thank you for all that you are. I also want to take a moment to thank the people who have helped to just share these amazing products with the world, and that is Transformation University. Would you please stand? Woo! So, you know, and there are so many other leaders. Dusty Ely. Stand up and be Brandon Waters, back up. Be recognized. Just so much knowledge and wisdom into myself, and I've been able to pass that along to my team, so I want to thank you. Also, I want all of the teachers to stand. Unappreciated educators are, so kudos to you all. All right, so Mark asked for me to speak sharing it. So I'm going to start by just sharing my story. Wow. A couple of years ago, in March of 2012, I was on Facebook, saw Sandra Watkins posting her transformation, and I sat there and watched her for 2 weeks, totally transforming herself right before my eyes. And the day that she posted a picture where she had lost 21 pounds in 2 weeks, I couldn't wait any longer. I reached out to her to get more information. When she told me that I could lose 8 to 15 pounds in 8 days using all natural products, I thought, this girl is absolutely crazy. Where are they able to do that? But when she shared with me about our amazing company's 30-day empty container money-back guarantee, that is what allowed me to push my skepticism aside and just try it. I really had every intention of boxing up those empty containers and sending them back to the company to get my money back, because I knew this stuff was not going to work for me. In my first 8 days, lost 14 pounds, 7 inches. I was a believer at that point, and I'm telling you, on March 19th, I'll never forget it. That is the day that I posted my first before and after picture on Facebook, and Sandra called me and she said, girl, you've already finished your 8 days? Oh my gosh, you look amazing. And then she said, hold on a minute, and put me on the phone with Tyrone Parker. And that moment I'll never forget, because I just remember feeling or thinking to myself, my goodness, everybody deserves to look and feel as good as I do right now. And I just have been on a mission to share the products ever since then, and I'm so grateful and thankful to all of you for doing the same thing. So in 30 days, I was down 30 pounds. In 2 months, down 40 pounds. At that point, I had made a little over $2,000, and I thought, wow, that was an easy way to get some money. Just sharing what the products have done for me. In 3 months, I was down 50 pounds. I started this journey at 250, and my goal was just to see 200 on the scale. And when I accomplished that in 3 months' time, I thought, you know what, I'm going for another 30, and I did. So in 4 months, I was down 60 pounds. At that point, it made a little over $6,000. I was just blown away, thinking that was easy, right? All I had to do was just share my story. In 7 months, down 70 pounds. In 8 months, down 80 pounds. It's been a little over 2 years, down 83 pounds. And I love the product, love this amazing company. I have met so many wonderful people along the way and have formed lasting friendships. Now, the travel the passport program is simply amazing. It has allowed me to do so many first-time things that I never really thought I would be able to experience in this lifetime. Here's the Gold Manager's Trip, a beautiful Robert Redford Sundance Resort in Utah, and I cannot wait, because I remember the day that we were leaving, I was nearly in tears. And I said to Mark, I don't want to go home. This place is amazing. He said, well, you can come back. You can come back, right, for the Sundance Mentor Trip. So I am working diligently to make my second trip to Sundance. Here's the Director's Invitational at the Canyons Resort in Park City, Utah. To horseback ride in the Rocky Mountains was amazing. Now, mostly everybody else went ziplining, okay, and I was too afraid to go ziplining, right? I wanted to have my feet on as close to the ground as possible, right? And when they were like, Shana, you're not going ziplining with just out of those choices, did not want to be ziplining. It was at the Director's Invitational that I was presented with the $1,500, $500 for Platinum Manager, and $1,000 for the, help me. Thank you. All right, so just amazing. Now, the Platinum Director Cruise, as you know, we just returned from there in March. And let me just say, I had actually accomplished this reward trip last year, okay? But because the upcoming state test, I was not going to get my principal's permission to be gone for a week because I had to be there to prepare my fifth graders for that test. So I missed that trip last year and just took it this year. And again, another first for me, a first-time cruise, and how amazing that it was all on the company's dime. It was free, right? So, and we had a great time. I took my 14-year-old son with me. He was 13 then. Took him with me, and he was just blown away, had an amazing time, just building friendships with so many of the teenagers on the cruise, and so we had an amazing time. Now, I made an executive decision long before I became an executive. And right now, I have made a platinum executive decision.
All right.
Because remember, it's mindset first. Then, you gotta believe it first, and then it will come to pass and you'll be able to see it. But I want to tell you a little story about February of 2013. It was the last week of February, and I was really close to, getting closer by the day to knocking out executive. And the spelling list, the spelling list here that you see was the last week of February spelling list. Do you see the word that I highlighted? Probably not. Down to the bottom, executive, right? Was on the spelling list. This is my joke. And so every single day, I was having to review the spelling with my kiddos and would see executive, and I'm thinking, I've got to hit executive this week. And I know that it's God telling me it's going to happen this week. Because of all the weeks, why is executive on that list, right? And so on the very last day of the month, I woke up to go to work. And I was just thinking, I checked my volume, and I saw that I was 10,000 points away from hitting executive. And I'm thinking, I have to go to work and teach my fifth graders all day long. How is this going to happen? How am I going to make this work? And, early on, one of the cardinal rules that Tyrone taught me, he said, Shana, you never let your downline know how many points you need to get to your goal. It's all about helping them to get to their goal, because by default, you're going to get where you need to be, right? So, I am on my way to work, and my phone rang, and it was another angel. Angelina Manuel, where are you? Okay, so Angelina called me and she said, Shana, I need to know how many points you need to hit executive. You're hitting executive today. Blew me away. And I was thinking, do I tell her? Not tell her. Right? So I told her. I need 10,000 points. And she said, okay, we got this. And I'm telling you, her team pulled together, and I hit executive that night. Okay, so there's the resignation letter I've got to fly through because I haven't even gotten to the meat and potatoes or what I wanted to say. Executive retreat in Dubai. Amazing. I mean, Dubai is a fantasy island, and I want to encourage each and every one of you to get to Dubai. It is just something you'll never, ever, ever forget. Okay, so what do you want out of your life? You need to do some self-assessment and self-evaluation and honestly answer these questions, because until you have the answers, you're not going to get where you are hoping to get in life. So what do you want out of your life? How important are those things to you? And what's stopping you? Again, as Les said, it's time to remove the limitations from your life. There have been lots of peaks and valleys during this journey, but what I have learned is that it's what happens when you are in the valley that is going to determine your success. You know, so many times it seems like the easiest thing to do is to just give up, right? But if you just continue with the daily consistent activities, you will get out of that valley. Valleys will not last always, okay? Okay, so here are some quick tips that have been passed along to me, that I'm passing along to my team. You know, Mark Walker believes that your business is your front line. You have to always be prospecting, always frontline sponsor. So catch the fire and it will spread like wildfire. You want to find people who will share your passion and vision. Create value. A lot of people, prospects, want to know, one of the first questions, how much does it cost, right? As Freddie always says, facts tell, stories sell. You have to implement the three-way call so that the people can hear the passion coming from others who have used the products. Real quick, one time I was on a three-way call. Executive April Courtney was my three-way expert. At the end of that call, the person said, how much does it cost? And April said, oh, it's going to cost you about $10,000. Oh, I almost had a heart attack. The line was perfectly quiet. I mean, it was the longest uncomfortable pause in the history of uncomfortable pauses. And I'm telling you, that person said, are you serious? So finally, April laughed and she said, I'm just teasing. It really doesn't cost $10,000, but it should cost $10,000. And that's what we have to do. We have got to create the value before we give out price information or anything else. Okay? The secret, talk to people, TTP. And when you think that you talk to enough people, TTMP, talk to more people. Gotta be talking to people, right? Now, is there anyone in the audience like me, believe it or not? Tyrone, don't have a heart attack when I say this, okay? But is there anyone in the audience who has a fear about approaching strangers? Okay, listen. I have a trick that I do that I want to just share with you real quick. When I am in Walmart or the grocery store or shopping and I see some people that I really want to share this with, but I'm afraid to approach them, I pretend. I pretend that I am on a three-way call. And I will just continue pushing my cart, telling my story during the shortest month of the year, just by sharing this blessing. And it never fails. I sometimes find people following me around. And it never fails when I finish my pretend call. They will say, "Ma'am, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to eavesdrop." For all of you like me who are afraid, you've got to try that. And you'll come away with lots of phone numbers, okay? All right, leverage your time. You have to make sure that you're not the one that's doing all the teaching and training. You know, whatever the system is for your organization, you've got to utilize it. And what does system stand for? Save yourself stress, time, energy, money. Oh, that's all credits to my mentor, Parker. Save yourself energy. I missed it. Save
time. Time.
Stress. There we go. Time, energy, and money. So that you have more time to share this blessing with others. Daily goals. We all know the importance of goal setting, whether it's daily goals, monthly goals, yearly goals. I want to be in Bora Bora this year. Anybody? Follow up and remind. A lot of times we have people who get lost in the cracks, because we won't follow back up with them. Because we become so inundated sometimes with brand new prospects that we're sharing this blessing with. But first of all, when we do a three-way call, you need to be writing, taking notes. How much weight do they want to lose? Are they on any prescription medications? Do they keep their options open when it comes to making money? Or how would an additional $500 to $5,000 plus a month change your life? And so you're writing down these notes. So when you do those follow-up calls, you need to remind them of why they reached out to you in the first place. You've got to remind them, okay? And they're going to feel like, wow, she remembered or he remembered all of that about me. They really must care. And so you have to remind them, hey, Susie, I know last time we spoke, you said that you wanted to lose 50 pounds. You were on high blood pressure medications. You had knee and back pain. And the opportunity to make money would change your life. So you got to remind them, okay? All right, so you can't build your dream without building people. You can't build your dream without building people. As we know, this is a relationship business. And I want to just ask you a question. Would you want to do business with you? Would you want to do business with you? We go to all kinds of different establishments every single day, every kind of business. And a lot of times we think about how we were treated by the bank officer or the checkout lady at the grocery store. If they have an attitude, we're real quick to talk about their attitude, right? But again, you have to remember, you too are a business owner. And would people really want to do business with you? Okay, so again, helping your team to get where they need to be is going to get you to where you need to be. And we've heard a lot about duplication. We know that it's not only key, but it is necessary. And I want to just say, keep your business a construction-free zone. Stop setting up roadblocks. Stop reinventing the wheel. Follow the system, because when you do, it's not only in the best interest for your business, but for all of your team's success. Because we know that a confused team does nothing. Okay, life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. Singular allows you to build your destiny. And I love this quote by Will Smith, Pursuit of Happiness. Don't ever let someone tell you that you can't do something. Not even me. You got a dream, you got to protect it. When people can't do something themselves, they're going to tell you that you can't do it. You want something, go get it. Period. Thank you all.
Shana! Woo! I know you got it all on tape.
Please welcome back to the stage, Singular President Mark Walker.